Israel has disputed Hamas claims that nearly 500 people died in a hospital blast in Gaza. News.com has learned that Israel reported several dozen people were killed in the explosion. Israel and Hamas have both blamed one another for the deadly attack. U.S. officials said preliminary findings suggested the hospital was attacked by the Hamas-aligned group, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, which the group denied. On October 18, Lior Hayat, the spokesperson of the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs, wrote on X that fake news was being spread by the media regarding the Gaza hospital explosion. He accused news outlets of relying on a terrorist organization that is worse than ISIS for their information. In the post, Hayat called the incident a human tragedy in which several dozen people were apparently killed. The explosion at the Al-Hali hospital in Gaza is a human tragedy in which several dozen people were apparently killed. This is also a Palestinian tragedy, where we see again the Palestinian terrorist organizations murdering their own people, after they cynically use them as human shields. And in addition to everything, there is also a central media angle to the event. Dozens of international media outlets, including leading and important ones, abandoned basic journalistic ethics and published incorrect, misleading and false information originating from a campaign planned by the terrorist organization Hamas. The terrorist organization Hamas does not have to use any means to promote its propaganda and its false messages. Hamas uses the international media to lie to world public opinion. Hayat also noted that this apparent spread of false information has resulted in regional riots, violence, and incitement to murder. News has reported on the wave of pro-Palestinian protests that erupted across the globe. Lebanon's Iran-backed Hezbollah movement called for a day of rage in response to the blast. Leader Hashem Safieddine said during an October 18 rally in Beirut, the Israelis will try to target more hospitals, rescue workers, civil defense volunteers, and Gaza's residents without flinching, in order to push Gaza's people out. In response, the crowd chanted, "Death to America, death to Israel," per The Guardian. Hayat also attacked BBC News in another tweet, accusing the outlet of perpetuating a modern blood libel in its reporting of the hospital tragedy, thus comparing their spread of alleged misinformation to the anti-Semitic lie that Jews murdered Christian boys to use their blood for religious rituals, The Guardian reported. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry claimed 471 people were killed after the hospital was hit. The New York Post reported that the lower death toll was consistent with the lack of structural damage of the building.